Hola, 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 friends. I love you, I love you, I love you so much. No weapons formed against you or our existence, our essence, our lineage, our DNA, our happiness, our joy, our freedom shall ever prosper. The message is this. If you are the type of person, and this used to be me, and this is trauma passed down from generation to generation. If you are the type of parent that spanks or yell at your children, you are committing the first act of domestic violence to your children and passing on to them that people that said that they love you, it's okay to harm them and then apologize. I used to get spankings when I was a kid for being a bad girl, for not listening and conforming and acting in a way as if my mother said I should act. And what did I do as a parent? I didn't never like spankings. You know why? Because I was crying and screaming. And what did I do? Even though I did not like spankings, is I spanked my children. And I never liked that because when I became aware of the energy, it was off. And then I tell my son and my daughter, I love you so much, right? How fucked up is it and confusing in a child's brain? And this is why we have so many adults that have emotional instability, that have outrage, that scream and project and act crazy because their mind is all fucked up. Because from the very beginning of time, the person that gave birth to them, the persons that raised them and said, I love you and I will give the world to you, soon as a child start acting out and being different and parents begin to worry about, oh, my child is crying on a plane, in a restaurant, in the park, wherever they are, and start screaming out, we're like, shh, shh, be quiet, quiet down, forcing them to fit in the box, okay? I do not spank my son anymore. I just give him the most love because as I began healing myself, I started realizing a lot of things, how we're transferring energy. And I give my son so much energy. He still gets yelled at from his father. I do not agree with that, and that's why we're not together. One of the reasons why we're not together. If we yell at our children, we're showing them that disrespect is okay. Just because they're smaller than us, our children, doesn't mean that they don't deserve the same exact respect that we give to ourselves and we give to other adults and other human beings. We are teaching our children through spankings and through discipline that domestic violence is okay. Who gives a fuck if your child is screaming in a restaurant or on an airplane? I fly so much, right? These brand new parents were sitting behind me and their baby was crying on the plane, and they're like shh, 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 trying to give their child a pacifier. First of all, rethink allowing your child to suck on plastic, BPA, BPZ, BPS, BP, whatever fucking poisons made out of petroleum-based fossil fuel products. Your newborn, your 1-year-old, your two-year-old should not be sucking on that. I'm just letting you know. Side note. They're like shh, shh. They're all frantic, and I'm like, hey. It's okay for babies to cry. Who gives a fuck about these adults on the airplane? They're calm. They know what's happening. This child doesn't know what's happening. It's okay. It's okay that this child is crying. Allow them to express themselves, okay? It's absolutely okay. Because children don't need to be made to fit in a box, and they don't need to conform to please other people. This is the trauma that we pass down, and we don't even recognize what we're doing, okay? Because how does it look? Think about it. When we spank our children, when we discipline our children, and we like, don't do that. I'm going to take this away from you. I'm going to take that away from you unless you behave, unless you conform and do what I tell you to do. Who the fuck are you? Because like, are you as an adult, as a parent, always on your best behavior? Are you on your P's and Q's all the time? Are you acting in a godly way every second as you live and breathe? Are you? Because if you are, then you wouldn't be listening to this message. This message wouldn't have found you because you just doing the most and you on your godlike behavior and you walk around this earth like a whole angel. But if you are not on your P's and Q's, if you're not on your godlike behavior, who are you as a parent to ever try to discipline your child? Love them for who they are, where they are in life, because they trying their best to love you, even though as a parent, you're confusing the fuck out of them as a child when you discipline them, when you spank them, when you yell at them. Children are our guardians for the future, okay? And how we pour into them now is going to determine what kind of future we have. We got enough energies in the world that aren't on their best behavior, that's projecting out and lashing out and trying to force and change and smother and manipulate other human beings. We got enough of that. We have enough of that. And that's all because of upbringing that has been passed down from generation to generation to generation. And we absolutely need to change that on how we are parenting and showing love. A lot of people don't even know what the fuck love actually is. No clue. But when you think about it, love doesn't harm another human being no matter what. No matter what love won't allow that to happen. Look at God. Look at what God has done for us through our lifespan. How many times when I personally wasn't giving all my whole life to God, was I struggling and was I in pain and in confusion and lacked clarity and all that other stuff? God was allowing me to suffer until I realized life is what it is, and you just do your best with where you are and what you have and give love and compassion to everything and all. And that's literally what I do. That is what God has showed me. This is what God has told me, and this is where my messages come from. It's all about love and compassion, okay? And yelling at your children, disciplining your children, spanking your children, and you even raising your voice at your child, you are wrong, right? You are domestic terrorists in your own house to your children. Okay? Look at your children, look in their faces and look in their eyes, and you can see the confusion if you are a parent that spanks them. One thing my mother used to do when I was younger, I used to have to say thank you for a spanking. Can you believe that? I had to say thank you. That was fucked up. Obviously, if you read my book on Amazon, The Love Effect, you will see where in the generations there had been trauma and she was doing the best that she could, but it fucked me up, you know? I don't blame my mom. She did the best that she could, but it really fucked me up. And I had to go through a lot of things in life to where I'm at this point now, where I have so much love within me. And I know spankings and yelling, when I see parents yelling at their kids or something like that, I'm like, it's okay. They okay. I was at a cafe in France, right? I don't know what I was doing, drinking something, tea. And I'm just like spaced out, enjoying the scenery. It was very beautiful. And it was a guy sitting opposite me at another table. And then this little boy came up, I assume his wife and his son came up. And the son screamed in the dad's ear. He was so happy. Ah! He yelled in his ear, right? And I'm just like, oh, you know, that was new, but whatever. And then he speaks to him in French. And he's like, why are you yelling? You're disturbing the lady. Ah! Going on the boy. And made him apologize to me. And I was like, no, it's absolutely okay. That's his world. He being his kid self. Whatever. Sounds happen all the time. And then it was like he made his son feel some kind of way. I could feel the energy shift. You could see it on his face. And then he wants to play and then tickle his son afterwards. But the son was just like, just got spoken to and then made to apologize. And now he's supposed to laugh? Like, that's confusing. It's so confusing. Stop worrying about what other people think. Let your child be a child as long as they're not harming and hurting anybody. And if they are harming and hurting somebody, it's probably because of some energies that's been transferred within the house that they've seen. You'd be surprised at things children pick up on. Anyway, you'd be surprised at what they pick on. And what they're doing is they're only emulating you. They're sponges, okay? Treat your children like the little gods and goddesses that they are. Pour nothing but love and compassion into them. Don't forget to remind them every single day how much you love them and give them hugs and you're doing your best and show them that you're doing your best. Don't show them and try to manipulate them and make them see that you're a victim because you in some type of sunken place. You get the fuck out of that place. You show your children your strength. You pick yourself up and you keep on moving and you lead with love. That's it. right? We don't got time in 2025 to be with the manipulative games, to be with all of this hate and the chips on our shoulders. We need to put that shit down and be a better people for our society, for our community, for the collective, especially for our children. We got tyrants running countries and shit. We don't need that no more. We need whole, healed people that come from a place of love, that know how to emulate love if you want to be in power, and spread that amongst people. We need examples of nothing but love, and that starts with us individually loving ourselves, and then turning that around and pouring nothing but love into our children, because our children ain't going to stay small children forever. They're going to grow up and become men and women within the planet. And are they going to be more domestic abusers like you as a parent in their own partnerships and relationships and marriages? Or are they going to be loving, and they're going to be kind, and they have emotional maturity, and they have emotional intelligence, and they're well balanced inside, because that's what you have emulated? Okay, friends, every single thing we do, we have to be consciously aware of it. And if we have behaviors and habits that are harmful, not only to ourselves and others, we need to think back on why we're even doing that in the first place. Okay, friends? That is the message. Change is okay. It's about growing and expanding and becoming our highest selves, our better versions. It's connecting with source, God, energy, divine, all there is, okay? We got this. We can be better. We can get out of our pride and our ego selves, all right? We are all amazing, magical, spiritual, galactic, universal beings of the highest white light here on planet Abundance, to have the most amazing, joy-filled human existence, friends. So please have one, and have the best existence with your little angels that God has blessed you with. Pour nothing but love into them. Do not be spanking your kids. Do not be spanking your kids. That is abuse. That is absolute abuse. I don't care if they got suspended from school. I don't care what they did. Do not spank your children. Do not yell at your children. Whatever they did, it's because you didn't do it better, and you didn't provide a better example, and they're just emulating you. So be better. Be better. Be a better human being. Okay, friends? Have a wonderful, fabulous day from wherever you are. Give God all of your problems, and it's okay to change. Bye.